What's up guys, it's Paraly5er here, and welcome back to another Grounded 2 video. Today we're taking a look at all of the weapons and armor that have currently been revealed to be inside of Grounded 2. A quick reminder that we are trying to hit 50,000 subs before the release of Grounded 2, so if you haven't hit the sub button yet, make sure that you do so that we can hit that goal as quickly as possible. Starting right here with this piece of armor, we have the Acorn armor returning. You can see it in this clip right here. This is slightly reskinned since Grounded 1, but it's definitely the Acorn armor. We also have some sort of spear weapon here. Not sure what this is. It does have some sort of like leaf kind of on the end that's like spiky. Not 100% sure what it's supposed to be though. And then if we look in the background, we can see Max behind the Orb Weaver. He definitely has grub armor on. Again, I have said that I believe grubs are returning. Looks like this further confirms it. He has grub armor on. He's also wielding some sort of two-handed hammer. Now we know hammers aren't returning as tools because there is an Omni tool in this game, which works as every single type of tool, meaning this is likely some sort of weapon like a battle hammer of some kind that we can use for combat, which is very cool and something I've wanted since Grounded 1. In the next piece of gameplay we have here, we have a top-down shot of some kind of Kultana being used, and we also take a look at the person on the left. We can see they're wielding some sort of spicy staff. Then we get an even closer shot of this Kultana type weapon. Does look a lot like the Spicy Kultana from Grounded 1, I will admit, but it has a cool redesign to it, and it does look much, much cooler. Somehow, all of the designs in Grounded 2 for the weapons and armor look way cooler than Grounded 1, and they looked pretty good in Grounded 1 already. Then, in a later shot, we can see another two-handed weapon here with that sort of grass blade kind of thing on it. I don't know what it is. And we have a pebblet spear being thrown here. Pebblet spears are returning for Grounded 2. Worth noting that there's a bomb here. Not sure if this was shot from the turret. I feel like it was. So the turrets are going to have that same explosive ammo again. Then for the next shot, we get a look at the spider armor. This is Orb Weaver armor. It's worth noting, in Grounded 1, you just had spider armor. In this game, you have Orb Weaver armor and Wolf Spider armor. And they're two separate things, is what they've told us. This right here is the Orb Weaver armor in particular, along with the Orb Weaver bow, I believe. Looks a lot like the insect armor and insect bow from the first game, or the spider armor and the insect bow, I should say. But it's definitely different. I just love the reskins of these things. Like, it's slightly different from Grounded 1, but the hood just looks much more fitting. Like, it just makes more sense. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks better. The next shot we get is of Willow. She has this dual wield daggers, first of all, which black handle, no venom on the handles, and the handles themselves are like this browny orangey color. Worth noting for later, as I believe there's multiple dagger types. And then we also have this armor that she's wearing. Don't know what it's made from, but my god, it looks amazing. Whatever kind of armor it is, I want it. I'm assuming it's some kind of assassin's armor because we're using the daggers here. This could be made from some sort of spiders because it does have like a lot of fangs sticking out of it. So I'm thinking maybe this is the tarantula boss armor that you will unlock from defeating the tarantula boss. But it's hard to say for certain until we actually get to play the game. Either way, looks very cool. Then we get a look at our rebranded Ladybug armor. We have the Ladybug shield here, which looks much, much cooler. We have some sort of Ladybug mace, which also looks epic. And we have the Ladybug armor kind of looking like some sort of gladiator armor. Really, really cool redesign. Looks amazing, and I can't wait to use it. Hopefully it has similar effects to Grounded 1, because we all know I loved that armor set inside of Grounded 1. Next, we have Pete in the butterfly armor. I believe this is meant to be more of a summoner's type of armor. You can see him casting a spell with a staff right here that launches sort of some snowball, which does these big, massive mint gems and mint jewels out of the ground. Very, very cool effect. Very impressive. I really like the approach they've gone for with the staffs this game. They look much cooler. They seem much more powerful just from the visuals. And the butterfly armor is really cool as well. Very excited once again to to try out the Mage, and hopefully the Mage is much stronger in this game than it was in the last. If you look closely here, you can see Max in the bottom right. I believe he's wielding the Ladybug armor and the Ladybug mace from the previous shot, using that to take down one of the baby cockroaches. In the next shot here, we get to see Max on the back of a red soldier ant. Not sure what armor he's wearing. It looks like it could be a reskinned bee armor potentially. Hard to say for certain though, but either way, still looks very, very cool. Next up, we take a look at the sort of trailer screenshot that was provided upon the release of the trailer. Pete has some sort of spicy staff in his hand in this image. We have Hoops, again, wielding the same daggers from earlier, and Max holding on to that Cortana, looking so sick. The new Cortana design is unbelievable. I'm interested to see if it's called Cortana again or if it has a completely new name. In the next shot here, we get to see Max riding on the back of the red soldier ant. Now, he has something on his arm. I can't tell what it is, to be honest. It looks like a shield, but I didn't think you could wield weapons or shields while riding a bug, but maybe you can wield a shield. I'm not sure. Either way, if anyone can tell me what this is, you're more than welcome in the comments. It looks like maybe you can equip a shield and, like, the red soldier ant mount can switch between having a shield on that arm or it can have the thing that picks up more grass planks, but I still see that here on the side. So I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I think it's some kind of red ant shield for the mount. Not 100% sure, though. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know. Next video clip, we have Max right here wielding some sort of spicy staff, and he has a headband on. That's not just the character design, that's a piece of armor. Same with his chestplate and his, like, sort of, not leggings, but kind of leggings. He has, like, a pair of boots on and some sort of tunic kind of thing. Not sure what it is. I think it's another Mage armor set. Hard to say what it's made from, but it kind of looks like pupa leathery, if that's returning. Well, I don't think we're certain on that yet, though. And we have, like, a spicy staff. On the left there, we have... Is that Hoops, maybe? I can't quite tell which character that is. I think it's Hoops. She has the bow, the insect bow that we talked about earlier, and she has a new armor set as well. Again, it's pretty much impossible to tell what it's made from here, but it looks very chunky, very bulky. It's giving me roly-poly armor vibes. Very excited to see what that's made from and what it does. Then for our next shot, we get the teens walking in to this sort of frozen area. We get to see another version of this Cortana. Now, the other one had, like, sort of was 50% black, 50% red. This one is all red, interestingly. We get to see the red ant armor is returning. That's what Max is wearing. And I don't know what Hoops is wearing. Some sort of crow armor that's supposed to insulate you inside of the freezing area, I believe. Otherwise, why would she be wearing it? And you do need armor that's particular to this area. So I think that's what that's going to be used for. And we get to see the spicy staff once again. In the next shot, we get a look at, this must be Pete right here. He has a sword and a shield. The shield, I believe, is the Bombardier shield. We'll get a better look at that later in the trailer from the front side of it. And we also have a sword here, which is maybe a cockroach sword. Hard to say again for certain, but that's kind of what it looks like. We have Willow. Looks like she's wielding some sort of knuckle dusters in this screenshot. Like, she has some hand weapons with spikes sticking out of them that aren't really, like, proper weapons. I think they're like knuckle dusters. We have Hoops wielding that same hammer we saw earlier, the sort of two-handed battle hammer, and Max has some sort of staff, I think. We can't quite see what he's holding on to there, though. We don't get a good shot of it. Then when we're in the lab sort of area, we get to see that torches are returning. These are just the regular torches, but nice to see that they're back. We once again have another shot of the pebblet spear right here as the teens enter the backyard. I wonder if we start with this or if they just crafted that at the start of the game. Another look once again here. We have the Ladybug shield and Ladybug mace. We have the sort of grass-looking sword. I still can't tell what this sword Pete's using is made from. Insect bow again, and this Cortana that's not partially black like the other ones. It's like there's two variations of it. They're definitely different weapons. Don't know what the difference between them is yet, though. Right here as well, we have this Omnant glove thing. Now, some people probably see this and think it's armor. Want to make it clear, this Omnant glove is like the Scabby. It's replacing the Scabby in this game, so I haven't missed this as a piece of armor in the trailers. It's just that this is like this game's version of the Scabby. It's the Scabby 2.0. It's a big glove that the teams are going to have equipped throughout the game. We get an alternate angle of one of the shots that we had earlier. We get to see Max from the front in this red ant armor, and Hoops is in the crow armor. I'm not sure what it's made from, but it looks very cool, and it's definitely sort of a wintry type armor to insulate you in this freezing area. Then we get our first look at the Omni tool in action. As you can see here, we are breaking apart a chunk of chocolate using the Omni tool. Definitely very cool looking tool that's going to need upgraded throughout the game to be able to harvest different resources. I'm excited to use it for sure. Then in this shot right here, we get another look at that same armor that Max is wearing that was the B armor earlier. He also has a spear, kind of looks like a stinger spear, but could be some other tier 2 or 3 spear that we can get later in the game. Then we see the Orb Weaver armor again with those daggers. And in the front here, who do we have? We have Hoops wearing, I'm not sure what kind of armor that is. Is it Ladybug armor with a two-handed hammer? Yeah, definitely Ladybug armor. Then we get another look at this two-handed grass sword that I'm still not sure what it is. Again, Ladybug armor being used by Max right here. But I'm interested, what is this sword made from? Is it a plant? Is it a bug that looks like a plant? It's hard to say. We get another look at the tarantula armor, what I think is the tarantula armor here. Could be some other kind of armor, not 100% sure yet. And we get to see the daggers in action. Very cool animation on those in this game too. Then right here, we get to see the return of Clover armor, which Hoops is wearing, as well as the Ladybug shield being used and the dash ability being used, which is brand new for combat. She's wielding that sword that Pete had earlier that we're not sure what it's made of. Again, another dash ability by Hoops here shown off. Then we get another look at that spear that I saw Max using earlier. Not sure what it's made from, in all honesty. I can't tell what kind of spear this is supposed to be. But as you can see, we dash in here. We get the attacks off on the Scorpion to sort of kill off this creature. And this is the shield we saw earlier that looks like a Weevil shield in terms of shape. But if you look at the front of it here, it very clearly is green and dark green, the same colors as the Bombardier, which means we have a Bombardier shield in the game. As you can see, Acorn armor, once again, from a different angle, is returning. We also have a cool looking shelf in the background there that I haven't seen before, so that's nice. Then we get another look at these daggers right here, taking down a Scorpion. I believe these are different daggers than the ones before, because they have like this green venom on them. Unless you can sort of equip Venom onto the daggers or imbue them with Venom, maybe through the upgrade stations. You can upgrade them down different Venom paths. I'm not sure, but they definitely look different to the daggers we saw earlier that didn't have any sort of Venom pattern on them. I think these are just different daggers, if I had to be honest. Yeah, here's a comparison. We go back to the old daggers once again, and as you can see, there's no Venom on these ones. They just look plain, which makes me think they're different. We have Pete and Hoops here, but they're just wielding stuff we've already seen. Nothing special, fighting the mosquitoes. Thank God they're back, am I right? Then we get another look at Pete using this mint staff that we've seen. Looks very cool. I love the visual effects from this. Big upgrade from the Grounded 1 visual effects on the staffs, absolutely. Another look here at Hoops wielding that same bow and armor combo that we've seen quite a few times now. Looking very powerful though. Next up, we get a look at the Wolf Spider armor right here, as well as, again, another set of daggers. They're purple this time, and black daggers, much darker looking daggers with purple venom on them. And we have Willow wearing the Wolf Spider armor. This armor looks sick. It's like the spider armor, but way cooler. It has the daggers that also look very cool with the black darkness to them, and then that purple venom to counter it. Just looks amazing, unbelievably cool. Very happy that they separated Wolf Spider and Orb Weaver armor so that we can have two separate sets, because they just look amazing, to be honest. Then back to the teens in the early game once again. We get to see here, we do have a gas mask on our character on the right. That is Max, I believe. Or maybe it's not a gas mask, actually. He has some sort of, like, gnat-looking mask on. It could be a gas mask. It could be something else. It does look a bit different to a gas mask, though. And then we have Pete here with that spear that we're unrecognized. And Clover armor, and then Acorn armor in the back there. Yeah, I don't think that is a gas mask, but I'm not sure what it is. Is it just like a gnat? Is there gnat armor in Grounded 2? Like, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. We get another look at that scorpion that we saw earlier. Again, we're using the spicy sword and the spicy staff with that same armor from the same shots as before. We get a look at Willow wearing that possible tarantula armor. We get another look at the Bombardier shield and the Ladybug armor, I believe that is, although it looks slightly different in that shot, the helmet, than it did in the previous shots. And then we have a look at Pete as well as a butterfly. We do get a shot here from the Xbox podcast where they actually are using a gas mask. It's actually definitely a gas mask in this trailer. So the gas mask will return. What that other piece of armor was earlier, whether it was a gas mask or something else, I'm not sure. But there is definitely a gas mask shown in the trailer here. We get a closer look at the Omni tool here as well. As you can see in this screenshot, it just looks like a regular tool. It doesn't look like anything special, which is very interesting because in the other screenshot, in the other piece of gameplay we had, it was purple. So I wonder if the color will change depending on what tier you have your axe or your hammer at. If that changes the color of the lights on the tool, that would be very cool and make a lot of sense. I would very much like that. In this screenshot here, we get a look at some sort of red Ant Queen armor maybe on the left. Hard to say for certain, but I think this is the Mage set that Max was wearing earlier when we saw it from behind. This is what the front of it looks like. This is taken from Steam's page. And yeah, a very cool looking set. Not sure where you get it from, but definitely one worth trying out and presumably is a Mage set by the looks of it. Then once again, we get another look at the knuckle dusters. Pete is wielding them this time on the left side. They definitely look like they're made from scorpion parts. If I had to guess, it looks like scorpion tails and stuff on the sides. So we've got some scorpion knuckle dusters, something that Grounded did have boxing gloves in the files at one point, but they were never actually added to the game in the end. So it'd be cool to see these make a return in a way, even though they were never technically part of the first game. Then this screenshot here, I don't know what this is supposed to be. This is like some red soldier ant samurai armor. It's not the red ant armor, because that looks the same as it did in the first game, but it's some sort of ant armor that looks insanely epic. It's the final screenshot for the video. Looks unbelievably cool. I really, really hope we can get our hands on this. I really want to use this. I just want to look as cool as Willow looks, I think it is, in this screenshot. Just so, so sick. What a sick set of armor. Overall, the sets of armor and weapons in this game look just a huge step up from the ones in the first game. The design team have absolutely killed it. I'm very excited to use all of these. Let me know what you think of all the different armor and weapons in the comments down below. Which is your favorite? Which are you most excited to use? Which do you think will be the most powerful? If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on it. I'll see you in the next Grounded video. Have a great rest of your day.